Well, hey there and welcome. My name is Selena Beasley, and I teach online entrepreneurs how to do their own makeup like a professional so that they can show up as the face of their brand looking like they have a makeup artist in their back pocket. So maybe you are wondering, why is this chick talking about makeup? She doesn't have a stitch of makeup on. And that is because I have been looking forward to this live all week long. I am going to talk about one of my favorite topics, and that is exfoliating. And as I'm talking about it, I'm going to apply a mask to my skin, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it till I know I sound like a broken record. The best foundation is great looking skin. Your color game will never be a 10 if your skincare game is a 2. So I'm going to talk to you all about exfoliating, which I know is not as sexy a topic as like color and I mean, I love color. I play with makeup all day. That's what I do for a living. But I do understand the foundational benefits of having great skin. So 2 to 3 times a week, I do this mask and it smells like eucalyptus and it makes me feel like I am pampering myself. So what is exfoliation? Maybe you're like, why do I need to know this? Why is this beneficial for my life? Exfoliation is actually a key step in any great skincare process. And all exfoliation does is it removes the dead, dry buildup of skin that builds up on the surface of our face. And this is what leads to early signs of aging, leads to pore blockages and acne and blemishes. And so about 2 to 3 times a week, I will apply an exfoliating treatment to just remove all that dead, dry skin. And the reason why I do this is because if you allow that buildup on the surface of your face, then the other treatments that you're using, your hydration, your any anti-aging treatments, any serums, any boosters, they're not going to take as deep they're not going to have an impact because they're having to penetrate through all that dead, dry skin. So this is why we remove this. This also, and this does directly relate to doing your makeup like a professional. When you're applying your foundation and all your coverage, you want to apply that on a clean, smooth canvas. And so this is going to smooth out the canvas of your skin, allowing your coverage to go on more smoothly and look more even. And this is just all around. This is just good practice. This is just going to benefit you and your color game will improve. Trust me. So how do you do this? So I'm using a charcoal mask. This is one way to do it. Activated charcoal acts like that. It acts like a magnet to the impurities in your skin, and it draws them out and draws them to the surface. It is not the most glamorous thing to do. In fact, I feel pretty vulnerable right now. I'm not gonna lie. As this dries, you will see. I'm telling you, this is not something you want to do. You don't do this to look sexy. So as this dries, it's gonna dry to right now it's like a dark charcoal gray, but it's gonna lighten, and maybe you won't see it, but I will see it. I'm looking at a mirror here. I'll see, you'll actually begin to see the extraction, like your pores open and all this. It's, again, I promised you it was not the sexiest thing in the world. So you may want to do this on your own time. So exfoliation can come in the form of, hey Wendy, can come in the form of a mask, a peel. I use another mask that has glycolic acid in it that dissolves the dead skin cells on the surface of your face. So that's what an exfoliating peel will do for you. A scrub, such as a microdermabrasion scrub, which has tiny microbeads that actually get into the pores and really clean them out and bring all that junk to the surface and get rid of it. It can be a sugar scrub. There's a lot of different forms that this can come in. And so that you just have to find what works best for you. So when do you do this? So if you have a daily, some exfoliators are gentle enough and they will say on the label, safe for daily use. I keep one in my shower that is just super gentle, and after I cleanse my face, then I will just lightly apply the exfoliant. It has like little wax beads in it that they're not abrasive. You want to make sure that you don't do anything that's too harsh or abrasive or that's going to irritate the surface of your skin. You want to make sure that you use something that's gentle for daily use. Otherwise, so if you are using something daily, fantastic. But in addition to that, I recommend doing a scrub or a peel or one of these beautiful masks 2 to 3 times a week. And I am a big fan of what I call multi-masking. Multi-masking is especially helpful for people with combination skin. And if you have combination skin, then chances are that you have a more oily T-zone and maybe the surface of your skin on your cheeks is drier. Maybe there's drier patches. So I will apply a charcoal mask sometimes to my T-zone. I do this in the wintertime. I'll apply just the charcoal mask on my T-zone, and then I will do something that's a little bit more hydrating, that maybe has some more calming botanicals on my cheeks. And so I will literally have 2 different masks on in 2 different areas of my face, depending on what the need is. So best practice is just to do some kind of supplemental exfoliation 2 to 3 times a week. I recommend, you saw me using an applicator. You can get just like this is just a little rubber spatula. And the reason why I do this, one, because this junk is messy. That's one reason. I have ruined many a bathrobe. When I first started treating my skin, I ruined many a bathrobe by putting, a mask on with my fingers, and then, yeah, don't do that. But also the reason is I love applicators. I'm a big fan of brushes and applicators because liquid products especially tend to absorb into your fingers, and we want it all to go on our face. We don't want it to go into our hands. So that's one reason why I say use an applicator. I recommend that if you are using a scrub, to apply that with your fingers. If you use any kind of like Sonicare system or like a brush system, oscillating brush or a pulsating brush when you cleanse your skin, don't use that with a scrub. It can tend to be too harsh. And again, we don't want to do anything that's too abrasive and that's going to irritate your skin. So bear that in mind. Acne prone skin and sensitive skin sufferers, I want to speak to you. I can relate, wholeheartedly empathize with you acne sufferers. I had terrible cystic acne for all of my teen years. I tried everything in the book and nothing worked, even my trips to the dermatologist, and I blamed my genetics. But did you know that, this is total sidebar, and then we'll get back to exfoliating practices for acne-prone skin. Your skin health only 20% of your skin health has anything to do with your genetics, like what you're born with, what you got from your mama. 80% of your skin's health has all to do with environmental exposure and the environmental exposure, pollution, smog, sun exposure, UVA, UVB rays, and lifestyle. Things like diet, exercise or lack thereof, poor sleep habits, stress. And as a teen, I was under tremendous amounts of stress. My diet was let's not even talk about it. And so in hindsight, I realize there's not a serum in the world that's going to make up for poor lifestyle choices or environmental factors that are going to show up on the surface of your skin. So there you go. That was just a little bonus. Let's get back to exfoliating treatments for acne prone skin and sensitive skin sufferers. I would recommend that you would use a mask like this to first keep your pores really cleaned out, clean those pores out before you use something a little bit more that could be potentially irritating, like a scrub or a peel. Be mindful that whatever you do use as far as a mask or any kind of, this is more an extracting approach. Look for products that have calming botanicals that say safe for sensitive skin. The more natural the ingredients, the less, fewer parabens and dyes and fragrances. That's going to be your best bet for treating your skin in a way that's not going to cause, we want to calm the skin. We don't want it to get irritated and flare up. So I would say start with something like this, kind of gauge it after 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, do I like what I'm seeing? And then maybe implement a scrub. I would say try a gentle scrub once a week, and just maybe gradually work your way up to 3 times a week. If you follow me for any length of time, you'll know I am a big fan of less is more, starting foundational. And from that foundation, after time, okay, let's gauge what's working. Then let's figure out where we need to supplement, maybe where we need to tweak, because there are no two skincare approaches that are alike. There's really no one size fits all skin. So start simple, give it some time, at least 2 to 4 weeks whenever you try anything new on your face. Give it 2 to 4 weeks to see, okay, how does my skin respond to this? And am I really seeing a difference? And then gradually implement other solutions into your practice and just kind of be mindful and watchful of that. So hopefully this little explanation of exfoliation has helped you.